What's going on today, Internet? I am CellPhish. This is Retrospect, and this right here is a Retro Pocket Flip that we're going to take a look at today. Today we're going to review the Retroid Pocket Flip. Just kidding. I already took it out of the box. But that's alright. I'll show you what's inside the box. There's not a whole lot in there. You're going to open this bad boy up, which is also magnetic. I was very impressed with this on another device. I love the magnetic boxes. You got this little thing that wraps around that little thing. You got a little cable right here. Oh, and you have this little card that goes back in the box right there. So nothing real crazy. Alrighty, today we are taking a quick look here at the Retroid Pocket Flip. It's a pretty sweet device. This one's watermelon in flavor. Really cool color. I like it. It's not very watermelon-y. Honestly, it's a lot darker than I thought it would be too, especially since they made that limited edition race car red version of this. But, you know, it is what it is. We'll take a look at the I/O here real quick. Just a quick peek around. This thing does have some pretty nice triggers on it. I don't know if you can see that, but yeah, they got some good travel. At least for me, I like the travel on them. And some good buttons up on top here. If you look at the back of the device, if you want to peep out its holes, it's got a HDMI, micro HDMI hole, as well as a Type-C hole. What you got here is you got two extra buttons that can be used as functions. The issue is if you try to use them as home functions or functions for using RetroArch, a lot of times it gets confused with other applications. So they're not very useful at this point in time, but that's something that can easily be fixed with software. If you want to look here on the left-hand side, you have a slot for a memory card, as well as on the other side, you've got your volume up and down buttons. Now, if we want to look at the front, we do have the power button, and then we have a headphone hole. On the bottom here, it's kind of an interesting little design. You would think that this would be the speaker, but it's not. This right here is actually an intake because this does have active cooling. So you actually have an intake and an outlet. And then you also have your two speaker holes, which are bottom facing, which is better than back facing, I guess. It does flip open all nice. Typically when you open it, the screen turns on, so I must have had it turned off too long. It does have some really nice buttons here. I'm actually pretty surprised. These feel pretty good to me. I've only ever had one other Retroid device, which happens to be that one, and I've only had it for 24 hours before I got this device, because I got this one 48 hours ago. So this is just a quick review, but pretty cool. Your D-pad's okay on this. I think it feels better on the Retro Pocket 2S, but I could be wrong. And I kind of thought I was going to hate these sliders, but I absolutely love these. These things work really well, way better than I thought. And it actually makes it so I can click on R3 and L3 because I have a hard time doing that normally. We'll turn our screen on here. We're going to start off with one thing that I would like to just bring up, get the elephant out of the room. You can't turn the screen off from flipping. So right now, if you move the device upside down, it flips. And this is an easy software fix, but it gets stuck, right? But if you go this way, let's see what we got here. And we turn it and we lock it so it won't flip. Still flips. So that's something that, again, I think could be easily fixed in software. It drives me absolutely nuts because 9 times out of 10 when I open it up, it's upside down. Pretty crazy like that. I realized when I was making this video, I don't like to read to you guys. So I'm just going to throw some words up on the screen over here. And you guys can read about all the specs and things like that. If you've ever seen a Retro Pocket 3 Plus, pretty much the same device as far as the internals go. This does have a better battery. Also, it flips, duh. That's kind of a giveaway. It also has Hall effect sliders. Yeah, I really do like these sliders. Boy, oh boy, do I like these sliders. Now let's give this a shot. This will be my third time trying to film this because I keep forgetting that if you're playing on a flip, you can't just have your device like this because nobody else can see the screen. You actually have to hold it in a really weird position for gaming. Oh, there goes my screen again. You have to hold it in a really weird position for gaming, which apparently is enough for my screen to flip upside down. So this should get interesting. As you can see, I'm running the Daijiju front end, which I always am in these devices. Really any of my devices. I just like the Daijiju front end, and it works on everything that I have as far as Android devices go. So just trying to keep it consistent. Let's load up some Prince of Persia. This is a game that I didn't even appreciate at all until I was an adult. Like as a child, I never played this game, but man, as an adult, I'm going to try to figure out the controls here too while I'm going. As an adult, I really actually do really appreciate and love this game. So I play it on every system. It's not unlike me to be playing Prince of Persia in different systems all the time. Oh, come on. There we go. Oh, no. I think I just died right at the beginning of the game. Well, that's unfortunate. At least it gives you an idea that Gamecube plays just fine on here. So hopefully I remembered to hold the screen in the right direction that time. And if I didn't, then it's going to be tough cookies because I'm not doing it again. So we are playing a little Rush. It holds up pretty well with this game, actually. It's kind of impressive that it actually holds up pretty well. I kind of thought it'd be like trying to play Cruisin', where it just never seems to work no matter what emulators you're using. You can get some things to work. Like my Odin, it works just fine on, but, you know, very few things. Why am I so far behind? Where did everybody go? I haven't let off the gas yet. I don't know what the controls are on here, but I'm pretty sure I'm missing the boost button. All right, so that should give you a little feel of what Rush can do on here. So this is it's kind of intensive, but not really. It's not a terribly intensive game, especially when you're talking about, being able to play Dreamcast on here. Most of the Dreamcast games that I've tried have worked just fine. We're gonna play a little Yoshi here on 3DS, just because Yoshi games, for whatever reason, on every system, Nintendo tries to make the hardest games to emulate. So I just wanted to show you how 3DS works on here. Oh, there goes my screen again. So this should give you a little hint of the gameplay on here anyway, so you get a good idea of what it's going to look like. Right now we're keeping pretty steady with the 60 FPS. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm playing all games I've never played before. I just started them and made a place marker so I could come into them real quick and show you how these work. So I haven't played these games before, which means that these games are going to work on here. Now, we obviously know that everything's going to work pretty much up to the PS1 on almost every one of these emulation devices that's out there. Then you start hitting like PSP and stuff like that. It gets a little dicey. You throw in some Gamecube or some Dreamcast, and a lot of them don't make it. Now, I've seen some reviews on this that say this can't play Switch games, and I'd like to tell you that I've played a lot of Switch games on here, and they play just fine.
You are going to have to bounce back and forth between Yuzu and Skyline, unfortunately. RIP Skyline. But for the most part, all your 2D platformers are going to work just fine.
You don't get a lot of mileage out of the 3D games. A lot of them run really slow, so it's not even worth giving it a shot. All right, so we're going to try out some 2D platforming. Like I said, these are the games that you get the most mileage out of on here if you want to play Nintendo Switch games. I know a lot of people do. I'm not going to play a whole lot of it just so the ninjas don't come after me, but as you can see, it works just fine. There's absolutely no frame dips, nothing like that that's going on, so that's pretty cool. Now you're going to see we're going to get a similar experience here on Hollow Knight. Again, these platformers, they do just fine. It's going to be your 3Ds that really have the issues here on this. This hardware is actually pretty good. It's not the best hardware out there. Like when I play this on my Odin, I can play pretty much any Switch game on my Odin. But these games hold up just fine, and these are actually some of my favorite games to play. So I guess I don't really have any complaints there. Celeste plays really well on here too. I think I've seen that in other reviews. Oh, yay. What's this guy doing?
A little native PS2 action here.
How did I miss him?
I'm sitting here editing, thinking maybe I should have tried a little harder and gotten some better footage for you guys of me actually kicking some ass. And the other part of me is like, wouldn't be nearly as funny.
I don't think you could play this game without the red dot. Jesus, I'm still missing. Okay, so like I was saying before, that was pretty much the limitations of this chip. And I know Ratchet & Clank is probably one of the most taxing games you can possibly play from PlayStation on an emulator, but as far as PS2 games go anyways, this is probably the reason why they're having slowdowns on trying to create PS3 emulators for Android. Unless you like to play things in slow-mo like you are watching The Matrix, this is just not exactly the best experience you're going to get. Now, I will play around with this device a little bit. I haven't had a whole lot of time. Like I said, I've only had it for a couple of days. I really haven't even gone through the emulators to tweak any settings. I did on the PS2 one, switched the back end on it just because I was not able to do anything until I did that. But I'm running Aether SX2 and I'm running the Vulkan backend right now, which I feel like it should be an OpenGL kind of device, but right now that's just not what's happening. So anyways, it just gives you a little bit of an example of what you can do with the Retroid Pocket Flip. This is a great device. I really like it. And I can't seem to set it down. And I was trying to figure out why that is, because I have some devices I really like. I really want to get into playing with my 2S over here, so I really need to get myself to set this down. But I think I figured it out finally. Other than the fact that it's missing some things, like there should be a speaker or something here. I understand. I get it that they're not going to put a speaker there. Maybe though they could have fit a home and a back button. That would have been great. So I think I finally figured it out. This reminds me of my childhood. I had a lot of devices that were in clamshells when I was a kid, as far as retro gaming goes. And right now, this is the only one that I have. So everywhere I go, I want to take this with me, and it really does kind of bring back the old times. On top of that, the old games. So it really is one of those types of experiences where it's kind of bringing it all back for me. And I think that's the only thing I've really whittled down to this, because I really need to get around to playing the 2S some more. But look forward to both of these devices coming up here pretty soon. Once I get some more time with both of them, it's upside down again. Once I get some more time with both of them, I'll come out with an in-depth review on both devices for you guys. That way you guys can really see what I think. And then also I'll go through some of the emulators and things like that and tweak them. I'll look online and see if anybody's got any tweaks, but I like to do that stuff myself anyways. That's probably 90% of the fun I have in these emulators is not even playing the video games. It's just playing with the emulators. So I'll go on there and play around with them and see if I can get these games run a little smoother. Maybe I'll release a list for you guys too on what games to play on what emulators and what settings. if I can't find one that's already out there. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. Don't forget to like this video. Whether you liked it or not, please like it, help me grow the channel, comment on it, and subscribe. I've always been told that I'm a grower, not a shower, so help me grow the channel. Hey, what's up, everybody? It's CellPhish here again. I'm not much for hawking stuff on the channel right now. I'm just trying to get it built back up again. But I have been buying a lot of stuff through Temu, and I know everybody keeps making Temu commercials or Temu unboxing videos here on YouTube, and I'm just not about doing an unboxing video right now. I've only gotten about 50 different sets of packages from them here over the last few months, just as I'm trying to reset the channel here. But I did want to put out there my affiliate link just because it is their anniversary right now. So if you don't have a Temu account, or if you're interested in going to Temu, you can use my affiliate link and you'll get a $100 bundle of coupons. And also right now, 50% off your orders because it is their anniversary. So like I said, you don't have to use it. Just know that any support that you get through my affiliate link there will help support this channel. I do buy some handsets and stuff off of there so I can do reviews for you guys. Sometimes they do actually have the best price on handsets. It's not real often, but sometimes they do. And with all the coupons they throw at you, sometimes you get the things damn near free. So if you're interested at all, I'll put my affiliate link down in the thingamabob and you guys can go there. Anyways, that's all I got for you today. I'm out. Thank you for your support and sitting around watching this video so long, but I'm already petting my dog. So maybe it's time for you to go outside. And then I found $5.